make sure you're breathing, maybe getting in some kind of rhythm with the breath. Maybe it's an exhale one direction, inhale the other direction. Keeping that spine nice and tall. Don't look scary. And I always love this phenomenon of my mat here and no mats. Empty space. Sometimes I'll freak everybody out and then move my mat in the back, make everybody turn around, and I'm right there. So keep it going, nice and tall. Right about now is about the time where you're going to want to stop. Don't. This is the time where you're going to take it up a notch. You're going to try and hold on there. You're going to drop the shoulders again, lift the elbows. You're almost there. Try to, maybe you close your eyes and notice which side you twist easier towards. Which side there's a little resistance towards. That gives you a little information about what's going on in the spine. Maybe your neck down the line. Okay, and then come back to center. Let's take a deep breath in, arms up to the sky. On the exhale, arms come down, palms face down. Keep going like that. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, arms down. Try not to have any bend in the elbow, and keep going. Your own pace with your own breath. Sometimes people like to go very breath of fire here and just plow through. Some people like slow, deep, controlled, really feeling every breath. It's completely up to you. Or maybe not even. It's completely up to what your body is kind of telling you today. But feel as though you're lifted right through your spine, through the top of your head. Full, complete breathing. This looks easy, but it's not, right? The other ones are. Start to think, why do my arms get this heavy? I don't understand. Maybe you're gripping in the groin. Maybe release that a little bit. So if you do start to get tired there, you can sit on the block if this starts to feel grippy. That's it. Let's go 5 more, your own pace. Once you get 5 more rounds, leave your arms up, palms together. Fix your gaze on your fingertips. Awesome. Good. When you get the palms together, really wiggle your side body long. Reach, reach, plug one hand into the other hand. Feel the connection. Palms, fingers, fingertips. And then exhaling, hands into heart center. And you're going to go ahead and lie down onto your backs. Move any props away. And you're going to take a big, full body stretch on the floor. This big morning wake-up stretch, which probably is going to throw you automatically into a yawn. And take a little time here. It's okay to arch your back. Put a little life in the feet, whether you point or flex. But push and reach through the fingertips. And just honor that curve in the low back. Deep breaths. And you're going to stretch the right arm, right leg a little bit more than the left. And then the left arm, left leg a little bit more than the right. Knocking out those. Okay. I don't like you right now. And then even out the body. What I want you to do is press that low back into the ground. So really engage the low back to protect it. And use a little less hip flex, a little more abs. And right now we're going to do opposite arm, opposite legs. You're going to try and relax your head on the floor. Right arm's going to come up and touch the left leg. And release. Keep pressing the low back down. And switch. And just keep going like that. Just one more way to kind of assess what's going on in your body. Tight spots, where you feel good. Syncing the breath with the movement. In a perfect world, fingertips will touch the tips of the toes. We all know it's not a perfect world, so whatever happens, happens. Maybe you're touching knee, maybe you're touching thigh. But kind of take notice if it's equal on both sides, or is one hip, one hammy so much tighter than the other that you really want to get to the thigh on one side, but very close to the toes on the other. And technically it's an exhale when the arm leg goes up. Inhale when the arm leg goes down. If it's too much to think about, don't worry about it. feeling something. Not about perfection, not about this ultimate goal, this ultimate pose. Just about improving where you are from the minute you walk in the room. Walking out a little bit more open, a little bit more oxygenated, a little bit more energized. It's not about being able to do a split or putting your leg behind your head. The days I do that are never better than the days that I don't. So I'm pretty confident that that's not what it's about. Let's go 2 more on each leg. All of a sudden the pace picked up. Yeah. And then once you get 2 more on each leg, draw your knees into your chest. So ladies, knees are going to go a little bit more towards the armpits, just to accommodate the shape of the pelvis. And doggies are going to come straight into your chest. And I prefer it if you wrap your arms around the back of your thighs. Since it's early in the morning, I don't want anybody's upper body power to over flex the knee before it's ready. And then just circle the ankles a few times in each direction. Let's hear the cracks. Say. Point, flex. Point and flex. And then squeeze the toes, all 10 toes. Squeeze them, squeeze them, squeeze them, and release. Whoa. I think I saw sparks. That's it. And then you're going to release your legs. You're going to put your hands right underneath your low butt just to support you a little bit, just to give you a little bit of a lift. And legs are going to go straight up to the sky. So just power them up through your heels. Squeeze your inner thighs together. Take a look at your leg length. See what's going on. Take a deep breath in. Get longer. Exhale. Open it up into straddle. No perfect straddle, just is what it is. Just see if you can take note if one side's a little easier than the other, or one's happier than the other. And then release your hands, bring them on the inside of your knees, and bring the soles of your feet together, almost like a reclining cobblers or Baddha Konasana, soles of your feet together. Toes point straight up to the sky. Good, and reach down and grab your lower leg, and see if you can kind of negotiate bringing your feet a little closer to your face. Heels a little closer to your body without straining the knee, without force, no bullying. But really make a conscious effort of plugging one foot into the other foot. Don't just put them together and go half. That would be just wasting your time. Really push one foot against the other, actually feel. And then like straight up to the sky again. You can put your hands underneath your butt if you need that support. A little bit of a flex. Good. Open out and straddle. Just energizing the feet. Nice. Very good. You're done, sir? Wonder how I'm new. And then hold the inner knees. Bring the soles of your feet together. Good. Tune in. This is the time before we really start moving where you tune in and you feel, oh my goodness, my left groin won't release. When I do this, I kind of feel my left knee. Maybe your shoulders are creating tension. Maybe you're not even resting your head on the floor. But really be aware. Really just come into your mat. And then knees back into your chest. Give them a little squeeze. And then feet are going to come flat to the floor. Knees bent, feet flat. And you're going to drop the knees out. So now you're really going to reclining cobbler's pose. So you're going to just rub your feet together for a second. If we stimulate all the nerve endings in the bottom of the feet, you're going to be more in tune to what's going on down there. So just kind of wake yourself up. And now, one foot against the other foot. Feel toes against toes, balls of the feet against each other, heels against heels. And I'd like you to try and draw the heels in as close to your body as possible. Does anybody have any knee issues? If you have any knee issues, don't draw them in really tight. Just keep them a comfortable distance in your body. Nice. Okay. So before you go into the little la-la land of just letting go, letting loose here, gently pick your head up and just peek at your knees. Notice if one knee's higher than the other, that would be the tighter side. If they're even, you're pretty lucky. Enjoy the even day, because they're not that often. And just honor the curve in your low back right now. Don't worry about pressing the low back down. That's it. And what you're going to do, for the most part, is try to keep the soles of your feet together. And while you're doing that, you're going to bring the knees all the way up and all the way down. Literally like a little room full of butterflies. That's it. And again, you can go slow and controlled or faster. that's fine. And then all the way back down. So this isn't the hard part. This is kind of exhausting the muscle group before we go into the stretch. Good. If your feet start to squeak too far away from you, you can stop, come on in. Sit. Does anybody teach yoga in here? As well? 2, 3, you do? Good. Nice. How you breathing, right? You're really quiet. You're gonna have to think of a joke or something. You're resting your brains right now. Okay, let's go 2 or 3 more times, all the way up, all the way down. And then you're just going to relax the knees open and hold them there. Realign the feet. Draw your feet in a little closer. Relax your shoulders. If your arms are going to be down by your side, palms are going to be face up in a receptive pose, bringing your shoulders into neutral. Great. Just see what's going on with your low back. Feel the nice stretch. Groin. Yeah. Is this one higher? Really? Maybe you're like over, like you know it. Take a deep breath in. Usually I make my students stay here for 3 to 4 minutes. But we won't do that today. Maybe if you have time at the end. What you're going to do though is you're going to bring your hands to the outside of your thighs. I really want you to use your arm strength to bring your legs back together. Try not to engage inner thigh muscles. Use your arms, bring the knees together, bring your knees into your chest. I want you to just take a look around you for a second. Little assessment, make sure you're even on your mat, you're right in the center of your mat, you're facing the front of your mat, you're nice and square to the front of your mat. Holding, again, around the back of your thighs. I want you to have faith in me. You're going to have to trust me really quick. But we got a camera on. We got a camera guy, so you can trust, right? I want you to close your eyes. No peeking, okay? And I want you to do 6, 7, 8 rock and rolls like you were 4 years old again, as big as you can, eyes closed. Okay? So go ahead. All the way up to seated, all the way back to the back of your head. As fun as you can. Come on, fun. Not controlled. Come on. Free. Good. As big as you can, and if you don't peek and you go as big as you can, you're gonna see some cool stuff happening. Okay, so you got about 2 or 3 more. Once you do 2 or 3 more, I want you to come up to seated. Open your eyes and don't move. And see where you ended up. Ah. So this is a really cool tool I use, right? Especially for a new group, people I'm not really familiar with, so I can get a sense of what's going on pretty quickly. And just doing that really playful move, not to pick on you, but I'll just pick on you. But, she came up and she was turned this way. And I've had people almost do a 180, I've had people inchworm all the way off the mat. So there's a couple things going on that you can kind of really see quick in your own head what's going on with your body. So this tells me, and for the most part, there was maybe 5, 6, 7 of you that did the same thing. So don't do it, you just can't see. That the right low back, right hip's a little tighter than the left, and it keeps pulling you that way. So that when I go, do my long deep pulls at the end, then I'm going to, address the class accordingly. If someone inchworms up, hip flexors are too tight, they're making this big arch in their back, and they're literally inchworming, right? So if I see that across the board, if I'm working with gymnasts, that's usually the most important part of standing forward bend. I want you to fire up your toes, so walk your feet between your hands, yep. And out from the arc, I talked fast. Correct. So scoot your feet apart just so you have a little bit more base to balance on. Right, and fire up the toes. Lift all 10 toes up and press the balls of the feet into the floor. That's it. And keep that kind of connection and lower the toes back down. I want you to all just start with a softened knee. So bend your knees. And if you were going to shoot arrows out of your knees, your arrows would go straight to the front of the room. They would not shoot your neighbor. They would not shoot your other knee. So you want to make sure that your legs are scaffolded out perfectly so that you can access and stretch the hamstrings properly and most effectively. And then grab opposite elbow and just hang yourself over. Let your head go. Right, so for the most part, when your feet are hips width apart, parallel, if you just open your eyes and take a look at your left big toe and draw a line, imaginary line from your left big toe across to your right big toe. And from your right big toe to your right ankle. And right ankle to left ankle. Left ankle to left big toe. Essentially, you should see a square there. Okay, a rectangle, probably your feet are a little too far apart. Okay, so you guys know better than me, your body is pretty much proportioned and made to fit unless there's some kind of genetic defect or injury. And technically, I see people a lot of body dysmorphia, I think, and I go, feet hips width apart, parallel, and they're like, boom. Really? Your hips are that big? So technically, if you grounded one heel, really pushed into the floor, if you just want to peek up for a second, and pivoted on that heel, the big toe should just graze that inner heel, pivot back out, that's hips width apart. Okay? So it might be pretty enlightening for some of you. And then keep those knees bent a little bit again. And if you look now from left heel to left knee, and left knee to right knee to right heel to left heel, that should be a rectangle, not a quadrilateral or a potential triangle. No knock knees. And keeping yourself really scaffolded out here, like I said before, is going to open up your hammies better. It's going to save the knee, and it's going to really plug your foot into the floor properly. So just take a couple more deep breaths, shaking out the head, maybe just wiggling out. You can't let your head down. Sometimes I'm afraid all my information will come out. Okay, now everybody's going to bend the knees enough to plant your hands on the floor. So whatever you have to do to get palms flat on the floor, fingers spread, and just rock forward and back. Let's have the hands right in front of your feet a little bit. And you're just going to rock forward and back, pushing the floor away when you come forward, warming up the wrists, kind of getting blood in the shoulders and the forearms. And then next time you rock forward, lead your weight forward and walk or jump or float yourself back to plank pose. Nice. Plank is shoulders over elbows over wrists, fingers equidistant from each other. Fire up the legs. Take a deep breath in, modifying if you want, knees down, otherwise chaturanga. Hover if you can, elbows tight to your body, and sweep it into your upward dog. So upward dog should not hurt anybody's back. If you feel tremendous pressure here, then move your hands back. Probably your hands are too far forward. Fire up the legs, so only the tops of the feet and the hands are touching the floor. Roll your shoulders up, back down. And up, back down. And up, back down, and just rock from left to right. Left hand, left foot. Right hand, right foot. So I don't mind skinks. Do you want to try or no? Is it traditionally hurt your back? Okay, right. I'm not going to pressure you. Okay, so one more deep breath in. Usually we don't hang out up dog. So it's kind of like, hang out here. Find a way to be comfortable. If it hurts, switch it up. Move something. Open your shoulders. Take a deep breath. Fire up the legs. And then nice and easy into your downward dog. Good. So hands are shoulder width apart, palms flat, fingers spread. Feet are hip come up to the sky, nice and high. Three-legged dog. At the same time, sink that left heel. Strong, straight arms. And lower it down. And left leg up to the sky, nice and high. Sink the right heel. Okay, Denverites. I'm winded. I'm just talking and I'm winded. I can run miles and miles at home. Both feet down. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to pretend. Right leg up to the sky. And bend your right knee. This time you're going to push the floor away, twist and open, and look under your right armpit. Nice. So keep that right knee nice and high. A little life in the right foot. Good. That's it. Good job. Nice. Yes, good, right? Push the floor away. Both arms strong and straight with your arms. That's it. And then square it back off and downward dog. Left leg up to the sky. Take a deep breath. Both sides are different, so don't assume anything. Bend the left knee. Twist and open. Look under the left armpit. Good. That's it. Nice. Take a little deep breath. Push the floor away. I won't let you go, so. Nice deep breath. And then square it back off. You need to drop into child's pose. That's your thing. Go ahead anytime. Right leg up to the sky. Bend the knee, twist and open. Good. So you're going to keep that leg up in this three-legged dog, and you're going to square the legs back off. Square the hips back off. Straighten the right leg. You're going to come forward plank, and the right knee is going to kiss your forehead. And hold it there. So contract, drop your chin, touch knee to your forehead, push the floor away, deep breath in, right leg up to the sky, and downward dog. Left leg up to the sky, deep breath, bend the knee, twist and open. Square off the hips, straighten the left leg, come forward plank, so your shoulders are over your wrists, knee to nose. One side will be easier. Good, push that floor away. Three-legged dog, inhale, and downward dog. Keep them going, right leg up to the sky. Deep breath in, bend the knee, twist and open. You can stay here. Some of you are going to flip the dog. So stay here, otherwise you're going to twist, 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 twist until it flips. Flip the dog, don't flip the bird. Yay! Noise! Look down at your left hand and bring it back to your three-legged dog. Right knee to your nose, forward plank. Hold here, forward plank, and bring your right leg under you. Bring your right foot 9 o'clock. And try to square your hips. So you really feel that IT band stretch. You can bring that left steering wheel of your hips around. Shoulders right over your wrists. Good. Some of you are going to stay here, just feel, savor the stretch. Others are going to let go of the left hand now and spin it open. Good. Beautiful. Look down, both hands down, steering wheel to hips square. And press back to plank. And downward dog. And left leg up to the sky. Nice and high. Bend the left knee. Twist and open. Stay here or flip the dog. If you never flip the dog, the first one's scary. That's not so bad anymore. That's it. Deep breath in. Look down at your right hand. Come back to center. More in your plank than down dog. Bring your left knee to your nose. Hold it there. Left knee, right? Correct? Mm-hmm. And left leg under you, 3 o'clock. Not 4. Not 5. Little flex in the foot. And try to bring that right hip around. Good. Stay here. Work the hip. Or release your right arm. Spin it open. Pushing the floor away. Use your legs too. And then look down. And both hands down. Press back to plank. Chaturanga. Good job, Joe. I saw that. Upward dog. And downward dog. leg up to the sky. One more time, really quick. Bend the knee, twist and open, stay here. Flip the dog. Extend, use your legs, use both arms, radiate equally from your center. Not one dead arm and one awesome arm. And then look down, right leg is up to the sky, come forward plank, right knee to nose, squeeze. Right leg under 9 o'clock, stay here or twist open. You can't do it wrong. Well, you can, and I'll let you know. You're not going to go drastically wrong. And then bring it back to plank. Chaturanga, upward dog, downward dog. Left leg up to the sky. Are we still freezing?
Yeah.
Yeah?
No.
Oh, okay. Bend the knee, twist and open, stay here or flip. Flip out. Let it go. Push, reach, lift, extend, look down, flip it back. Left knee to nose, forward into plank. Left knee under you, 3 o'clock. Take a deep breath, stay there. Work, work. Right, oh, my teeth ain't that bad. Twist it open if you want, if you can. And then back to plank pose. Chaturanga. Upward dog and downward dog. Nice job. So you're resting in down dog or child's pose. A few deep breaths. Assess hips. Heat starting to build. We don't want to rest too long. This is exactly where we want to be. Getting warm, getting ready. Okay, so downward dog. Right foot's going to come forward on the outside of your right hand. Now don't move your hand back. If your foot doesn't make it there, then reach down, grab that foot, and make it there. That's it. Okay, you're essentially the right heel and the right palm are in line with each other, and you're going to drop the left knee to the floor. If you really want to work it and you want to keep the knee up, I'm not opposed to that. That would be fine. Okay, but I do want you to hug that right thigh to the right side of your body because we want to maintain this heat we're building. If you let that knee flare out right now, you're going to start losing a little heat. So your right foot is flat, you're hugging the thigh in. Some of you are going to go to the left forearm, some of you are going to go to both forearms. Maybe you want to bring your forearm to the block. Maybe you go and you went, a little too far, and back out. And you want to keep the idea of extending through the heart, shoulders back, hugging that right thigh in. Nice, a little bit of a longer hold here. Keep toes. Ken, is there a possibility? Just maybe miss me all like that there. Of course, if you want, you can go to the mat. Is it hard? Okay. Keep pressing the hips forward, hugging the right thigh in, flattening out the back. Yeah, that's it. So you can get nitpicky because you're nice and flexible. Good. So if your elbows are bent, you're going to straighten the arms now. You're going to keep the right heel exactly where it is, but you're going to turn the right foot out 45 degrees. Yep. Same thing, only foot turned out now. So it's a little bit of a different angle in the hip joint. So you can stay straight arms. You can bring the left forearm down. You can bring both forearms down. This time you're allowed to have a little space there. But you do have to have a connection between the floor and the base of the big toe. Okay, so don't roll out. Good. Yep. You're locked in. When you did those rolls, did you go right? You did? Just when I think I know everything. That comedian, what was his name? Carlin? George Carlin, he said once, just when I figured out the meaning of life, they changed the meaning. Just when I think I know something, somebody rocks my world. So for you, you're just like from here to here, it's muscular. You need deep tissue. Yeah. Okay, so you're going to straighten the arms right where you are. I'm going to take it one step further if you're still game. What I need you to do is fire up the toes now. Firing up the toes is going to help Keep the knee from straining, okay? And you're going to roll out as one unit. Okay, so we're not going to do this. The difference between this, like if you walk down the street and you roll your ankle, no, you don't want that. So if you flex the toes and roll out as a whole unit to the outer edge of that right foot. That's it. And then make a decision. If you're going to stay here, you're going to go here, or you could even give me a spidey hold. But it's truly not up to you. It's up to your right hip today. And the hips are the storage depot of stress, strain, fear, trauma. So your hips are never the same from day to day. You should never assume you could do an amazing pose one day that you can do it the next day. Okay, so try the best. Exactly when you want to come out is exactly when you should try and stay there. These long holds are really building that mental toughness, that focus. You get to the point too where you're like, I'm not holding anymore. And you finally let go and it's like, oh, that's what it should feel like. Instead of fighting my way through it all the time. In jeans, it looks good. Okay, so straighten your arms, flatten that foot, and you're going to tiptoe that right foot across your mat, and you're going to come into a pigeon pose. That's it. Is anybody not familiar with pigeon pose? You pretty good? You're a natural. In a former life, you totally did yoga because it's just coming right here. So instead of 12, yeah. Just like that. Nice. So no knee pain, right? We want to feel it all, that right glute. Some of you might feel it radiate to the hammy a little bit. That's fine. Then you're going to fold it forward, maybe come to your forearms. You don't have to. If you feel enough of a stretch where you are, that's fine. Remember, we're only looking to breathe and feel something. So what you want to do is relax that jaw. If you crunch up that temporomandibular joint, you're going to crunch up that right hip too. And if you don't believe me, try it. Clamp down, and when you get mad, and you clamp down on your teeth, and squeeze them together really hard, and feel the tension in your jaw and your neck, and see what it does to your hip, and the flexibility of your hip. So if you have a hard time letting go in the hips and increasing the flexibility, bring your focus back to your neck, your jaw, your throat. Okay, you're going to come up halfway. And you're going to walk your body, and keep the hips right where they are. Walk your body to the right. Just walk the body to the right. Once you meet resistance, lower the torso down over that right thigh. And reach your left arm to the front right corner where that exit sign is. Chest as far down as you can. Take 3 deep breaths. Inhale, get long. That's it. Exhale, reach. Good. Once you get your 3 breaths, work back through center and go the other way. Torso to the left. Walk it, walk, meet resistance, lower it down, and reach your right arm. So, in a perfect world, you'd be licking your big toe right now. Reach 3 breaths. important all the time. If you have a poor connection to the mat through your hands or your feet, everything above it gets shaky, gets staticky. But in my day, we had radio. We don't have that anymore, we have iPods. But remember for a second, if you plugged a radio in and you had a really loose plug in the socket, and your radio would go in, it would go out, it would be staticky, you'd have to go over, you have to usually pull it out, you spread the prongs apart, you push back in, so you have this really tight, good connection, and then your radio comes through, clear, loud, perfect station, perfect reception. It's the same for your hands and your feet, or whatever's touching the ground in any pose. You want to plug it in. You want clear, plug in the socket, perfect connection, so everything above it is good and has less chance of getting hurt. So left foot's going to come forward on the outside of your left hand. Oh crap, the other side. This is when I love, did you ever see the old Men in Black, the mind eraser thing? If you could just like mind erase, and you could forget the other side. Right knee down if you want, you can keep it up if you want to work a little bit more. And again, don't assume, left, right is different, today is different than yesterday, will be different than tomorrow. Some of you will be able to come down to your right forearm or block. Some of you both forearms. But this is the one where that left thigh hugs the body. Left foot is flat. Energy back through that right leg, even if it's a bent leg. You tuck the tailbone, press the hips forward, and then kind of elongate the back. Try to get that roundness out of the back. And find ways to get deeper. Not ways to cheat. How can I get deeper? How can I manipulate my body to let go? Maybe it's just letting that jaw go, like we talked about before. Maybe I need to just let my head hang for a few breaths, and I can stack my fists and rest my forehead there. Maybe I need to drop my knees, shift my weight back, or extend my heart through, shoulders back. You should constantly be moving and exploring in every pose. Never just going to the pose, sticking there, and holding it. What's that thing? The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result. So if you hate a pose, you never get better, it always hurts, change it up. Try something different. Wiggle around. Take deeper breaths. Take shallow breaths. Extend your head. Close your eyes. Open your eyes. And then straighten your arms. And keep that left heel exactly where it is. Pivot that left foot out 45 degrees now. Extend the back. Energize the body. And then see if it's a possibility to come down to your right forearm. Maybe your right forearm's even going to go on a block. Or both forearms. As long as you don't compromise the knee or the hip or feel pain, keep trying it out. Even if you're there for 5 breaths and then you have to back out. Good. Where are your plugs in the socket? It's either your hands or your forearms. Definitely that left foot. Do you have a shaky radio station right now, or are you full force, clear? Good. See if you can take 2 or 3 more breaths. Find one thing you're not letting go of. Try to let go. Okay, and then straighten the arms. And you're going to fire up those toes now. So you're still at 45. The knee tracks the same direction of the toes. So if you can't quite get 45, don't force the foot. Knee and the toes, same direction. Fire up toes. Roll out as one unit. And if you start to collapse that ankle, maybe you went too far and you're going to back off a little bit. And then see if you can bend the elbows, or see if you can bring forehead to the floor and give me a little spidey action. Spider-Man. You can tell I have sons, right? I don't say, Hello Kitty pose. Like that. Spider-Man, Batman, Men in Black. is bring your thinking to your mouth, to the edges and the corners of your lips, and turn them up ever so slightly into a smile, and trick your body into thinking it's having fun here, and see what happens. And then go ahead, straighten your arms, and tiptoe that left foot across into pigeon pose, other side. Slide the right leg back, best you can, hips are square. Extend the spine. Once you extend the spine the best that you can, then lower down. Maybe you're all the way down. Maybe you can only go to the forearms today. You're meeting a lot of resistance. If that's the case, then check in with that jaw. See if you can release a little bit more. So love. See if you can just, yeah, huge. And then it's kind of nice if you make two jumps with this. Stack up. So you're not just out in no wind blowing. Two minutes. Nice if you do this. Can you name it? Okay. Oh, that's a good one. You see twitching on me? Stop pressing me. Oh, good luck. See if you can take a few more breaths. Lengthen out. Deepen. More. Yes. Good. And you're going to come up halfway. Extend the spine. Start to walk your hands to the left. Once you meet resistance, lower the chest down on your left thigh. Reach your right arm. Make sure you don't take that right hip with you. That's still steering wheeling around to face down your mat. Better. If there's any knee pain, back up. Yeah. Now reach the other one. This one can kind of bend. Can you support? Yeah. Good. And then come back through center and try the other side. Remember, we're going to kiss the toe. Reach the left arm. 3 deep breaths. You want to expand and open and stretch the intercostals so you can get that potential for more oxygen in the lungs. Reach, reach. Come back through center. Tuck the right toes, lift the right knee. Press back to plank pose. Chaturanga. Upward dog and downward dog. We're going to go through one more little vinyasa. We'll do some really cool holds on the ground. Okay, so right leg's going to come up to the sky, deep breath in. Right foot forward on the outside of your right hand again. Left hand's going to stay on the ground. Fire up the left leg and twist open to the right. So really push to the back of the room through your left heel. Circle your right arm around in front of your face. Bring the right hand down on the floor on the inside of your right foot. Flatten the back foot and open up into a right angle. Strong legs. 90-degree angle on that right knee. Knee face straight, point straight ahead. Circle the arm around really big. Hand to the floor. Off the back heel. Twist to the right again. Good. Push the floor away. You can stay here, or you could bring the right arm behind your back. If you're really tired, having a hard time, drop the left knee if you need to. And I want you to do little shoulder rolls with your right shoulder. Very tiny, but keep your chest open to the right wall. That's it. Just bring it down. Really dig in there, right? And then right arm up to the sky. Circle it around. Hand to the floor on the inside of the foot. Flatten your left foot. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. There's the smile too. Left arm behind your back. See if you can tuck it in, that little right upper thigh. And roll that left shoulder a few times. Big rolls. Feel that anterior deltoid. Release it. Left arm up to the sky. Circle the arm around. Hand to the floor. Press back to plank pose. Chaturanga. Upward dog. Big breath. Downward dog. Left leg up. Inhale. Left foot forward on the outside of your left hand. Keep your right hand on the floor. Fire up that right leg and twist it open to the left. So you're extending back through your right heel and out through the top of your head. Other hand first. Not that it matters, doesn't matter. It all comes out in the laundry. Circle that left arm around. Left hand's going to go on the inside of the foot. Flatten your right foot. Open under to right ankle. Feel the difference. You'll be happier on one side. Circle the arm around, hand to the floor, off the back heel, twist to the left. So get to the twist first. Open the heart. You're pushing the floor with your right hand. You're reaching to the ceiling with your left. This big wingspan. Now your left arm's going to go behind your back. And you're going to circle that left shoulder just a few times. Really deep. Almost like this pinchy, itchy stretch. And then left arm up to the sky. Circle it around. Really honor that bone socket joint. Left hand to the floor. Right foot flat. Right angle pose. Push the floor away with your feet. Your left hand. Right arm up to the sky. Right arm's going to come behind your back and tuck in. If you can, circle the right shoulder. It's really just about, we got an adjustment. It's really just about a twist, not the shoulder. Good. And let it go nice and easy. Both hands to the floor. Press back to plank pose. Chaturanga. Upward dog. Downward dog. And child's pose. Whoop, whoop. Whoop, whoop. I did have like another whole... In your head, it's always right, right? Right. It always works in your head. We can do that 6 times. And we can do that. So just kind of feel yourself out in this child's pose. Knees wide, big toes touch. See if you see anything or feel anything that might still have some resistance. Where is that? Not. Here it is. Steel rod. So we're going to do a really cool stretch called Wheel of Life. A nice long hold. Has anybody done Wheel of Life before? Okay. Have you done Wheel of Life? So we're going to come up to kneeling. Now you got to trust me when I say we're going to kneel off the mat because we want to end up with your face on the mat instead of being on the floor. So come off your mat completely. And you're going to bring your hips up and over to the right. Doesn't matter if the left hip is up. And you're going to release the bottom leg so that the right foot is cradling that left knee. And that's going to kind of like brace you into the pose. Okay? And then you're going to turn to the right. Okay? And now here's where what we talked about in the beginning of class, the best rotation comes when your spine is fully extended. So if you go into this pose like this, try it for a second. Be really slouched over. And now try to walk. You're going to meet resistance really quick. And if you come back, get length, bring your hands over. You're going to be able to go a little bit more. Right? So walk over hand, till you meet resistance. Once you get that resistance, take a deep breath in. Almost feel like you're back bending. And you're going to lower down onto your chest. Okay? And you're going to look over your right shoulder. And you're going to keep the right hand, so figure out what right hand is right now. Right hand is going to be like you're doing a push-up, palm flat right under the right shoulder. And the left arm is going to release and reach to the back corner of the room. You should totally do this one. totally drop down and do this one. Your life will never be the same. Okay, so that right hand, you push. When you push in the right hand, it makes you square the chest more. And ultimately, we want to get the whole chest down on the ground. So that means left side of the chest too. So you push, which makes you square, right? And you reach. Push with the right hand, square the back, reach the left arm. If your neck is super tight, you could look over your left shoulder. But I would love you to entertain the idea of being here and sinking in. So you press, you square, and you reach. And eventually you're not on the nose or the cheek. You're on the ear. So if you have an earring, and the earring should be bothering you. So full rotation of the spine, right? All the way to the top of your head. And notice how it feels on this side. It's going to be very different on the other side. Push, square, nice. That's it. And you're totally supported by the floor, which is awesome. So let go. Let the floor support you. Drop into the floor. Press. Nice. Reach. And eventually, it's a little bit of a longer hold. Because the first pretty much minute, you're kind of fighting, resisting, figuring it out. Push. Nice. So I would say we can get very close here. Almost there. Push. Actually. That tingling? Uh-oh. No. So press. Reach. So the reach of that left arm is opening the left ribs. You just want to, since you do know you're fine, you just want to try to let go with the twist just so you don't get any compromise, especially when relaxing your belly starts kicking in. You think that you're good right now. So again, try to stay there. Just when you want to come out of it, I'd love to challenge you to stay 4 or 5 more breaths before you do. But there is a special way to come out. So once you push, yeah. turn to the left. But remember, we're turning to the left with a very extended spine. So turn, turn, turn. Very different experience. So remember at the beginning of class when I said, when you were twisting, and I said kind of figure out which way you twist easier towards? You can kind of think back to that. You're going to know which side's easier for you here. Okay, once you meet resistance, extend the body out a little bit more and lower down. Remember, we're trying to get both sides of the chest flat to the floor. That big boobs, you have a little bit of an advantage. You get there a little quicker. That's it. Good. So your left palm flat under your left shoulder. You're turning your neck to the left, reaching the right arm. Nice. Let's press. It's an extension. It's a reach. Now, once you do that, then you can just relax. You don't even have to lift your, yeah, that's it. All right. See all that work you were doing? That's the dancer, right? That's it. And that's it. Because you're there, and you're on the ear, and it's awesome. So you feel a difference, you guys? One side. Reach. Hopefully you're getting closer to the ear, you're not hurting your nose or jamming your cheek. And if you can, if it's okay with your shoulder, I'll just yeah. Carrying the weight of the world there. Let somebody else carry it. Little tight. Truly a ringing out of the spine. You guys are completely off the tracks. Push. Feel it rotating this side. That's it. So if you work from here, this gets there, right? You want less work. If you work from here, this doesn't even have to twist. You can force that shoulder down. It's kind of a lie. There you go. Beautiful. And we got a little back there. Let's see if you can sink in a little bit more. Kind of, in a picture, it kind of looks like a crime scene. Right? It's like, what the heck happened? Okay, 2 more breaths. See if you can really make a difference. Really let go of those last few little twisties, stretchies. And then bend both elbows, both palms flat. Use your arm strength. Push up. Good. Unwind yourself and lie down onto your back. So onto your back in a comfortable pose of Shavasana. If anybody has any low back issues or coming out of those deep face-on spinal twists we just did, maybe you just need to bend your knees, feet flat on the floor, make your feet as wide as your mat, kind of pigeon toe and knock your knees together, and that releases the low back. Otherwise, just shake your legs out. Bring your arms down by your side, palms face up in a receptive pose. Anatomical neutral, right? We want to open the front of the shoulder. And closing the eyes, start to focus your eyes on the inside of your forehead, between your eyebrows. See if you notice a color. shallow, it stimulates the fight or flight response. And that's exactly what we don't want to do. So you want this nice deep belly breathing, deliberately in and out through the nose. I'm going to take you through just a little guided meditation. I want you to bring your awareness to the breath, to the cool air coming into your nose on the inhale, and the difference in the warm air out of your nose on the exhale. We're going to take a deflated balloon. Maybe you want to give it a color. And this deflated balloon is going to be right under the nostrils, right at the base of your nose. And every exhale slowly starts to fill the balloon. And this balloon is going to represent a trauma, a trial, a stress, a strain, something in your life that seems to be plaguing you right now. And usually the first thing that comes to your mind is exactly what you should be focusing on. So allow this topic to be front and center of your mind right now and represented by the balloon. By now, the balloon is getting larger and larger, and that fear, that trauma, that anxiety is pretty much the only thing in your viewpoint. It's starting to suffocate you. It's blocking your view. You can't see above, below, through. You can't see a way around it. It's the only thing you can focus on. It's the only thing that registers in your brain right now. And just allow it for the next few breaths to completely impede and take over your life. When you're in this state of really giving all your attention to this strain or trauma, you feel this anxiety of being blinded, unable to breathe, loss of focus. And now in your next exhale, detach the balloon. And every exhale from here on out, slowly and delicately blows the balloon away. So with each conscious breath, each exhale, it's moving away from blocking your view and your breath. Slowly you start to be able to see around it, the scenery that maybe when this plagues you blocks. Really putting it in its rightful place. It's not who you are. It has not made you. It's just simply an experience that has happened. No story attached. No feeling attached. Very easy to control. And when you blow this balloon away, it will never completely go away. It has happened. But that's it. It just has happened. We're not going to give it meaning. We're not going to give it a story. We're not going to allow it to rule our emotion. And keep blowing it away until it's simply the size of the head of a pin. And every time in your daily life this comes up, see if you can just take a deep breath and imagine it as the size of a pin. It's truly insignificance in the grand scheme of the world, in the makeup of who you are. Truly non-impactful. Start to bring the awareness back to the cool air coming in through your nose on the inhale. Warm air on your exhale. Start to come back down to earth. Through the nose only, take a deep breath in and hold the breath. Don't hold the body, don't hold tension, just hold the breath. And take in a little bit more, and a little bit more. Stretch the lungs, increase lung capacity. See if you can squeak a little bit more. And through the nose only, exhale, full and complete. And again, a deep breath in through your nose, fill the belly and hold the breath. Like a French press coffee maker. Take in more. Pull the plunger up. Take in more. Hold. Let the breath steep. And then press the plunger down and exhale. Full and complete. And one more time. Be really mindful this time that you take in your air and you hold your breath, but not the body. So take that deep breath in. Release and relax the body. Take in more. A little bit more. Tiny bit more. And exhale. And start to wiggle your toes. And wiggle your fingers. And slowly bend your knees. Bring your feet flat to the floor. Let your low back adjust. And I want you to rub out the bottoms of your feet. Stimulate all those nerve endings. You still have a full day ahead, so the quickest way to wake yourself up is to just stimulate the bottoms of the feet. Tap them out, no control, just tap them out, tap, 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 good. And then roll over onto your right side. Curl up into fetal position, like you were going to take a nice nappy, but you're not. Take a deep breath in. On your exhale, use your left hand to press yourself up to seated, easy cross leg, just how we started. Tall back and chin to your chest. Take a deep breath in, arms overhead, palms press. Exhaling, hands into heart center. Bring your fingers to your third eye of intuition. Give it a tap. Give it a rub. Make sure it's wide awake and open. May people of the world be healthy and prosperous. May people of authority aim for justice and peace. And may all things sacred be protected. Namaste. Thanks, everybody. Good job, Joe. For real? I didn't worry about you at all. That was amazing. Really good. You're welcome. So I taped the class. Don't worry, you are non-distinguishable. It's not HD or anything. But I have a YouTube channel, Gwen Lawrence Yoga, and I'll upload it so that you guys will have it. You can do it free on your own whenever you want to do it again, if you want to do it again. But thanks for coming. Does anybody have any questions or concerns or good? Thank you. And we brought the sun.